Good morning, boys and girls. Today is Wednesday, the 20th of January 2021. First up, boys and girls in senior infants, we're going to correct yesterday's homework. So I'd like you to open up page 67 in your Just Phonics now, please. Yesterday you had to find your special friend OI hidden in the list of letters. Then you had to look at the letters before and after to figure out what hidden letters you could find. The first one you should have found was foil. My mom wraps my sandwich in tin foil and puts it in my lunchbox. Next word you should have found was point, point. I point with my finger at the correct answer. The third word was join. I joined the dots with my pencil. Join. Join means to link two things together. And last one was soil. I plant a seed in the soil so it will grow and become a flower. Oil. And if you can see here, boys and girls, the word oil is hidden in the word foil and soil. You should have found 4 words all together, so give those a tick if you did. Here you should have traced in your word toy, lets, toilets. And then below you should have written I use the girls' toilets or I use the boys' toilets. Whichever word you wrote in there should have matched your gender. So give that a tick if you wrote in either girls or boys, and remember to trace in your sentence. Next up was activity D. All you had to do here was trace your special friend and sound out the word. Spoil. My parents spoil me. The word oil is hidden in spoil. Moist. I like a moist chocolate cake. It's like when a cake isn't too dry. It's nice and soft. That's moist. It's an adjective. Next word, joint. Oh look, I can see the word join is hidden in joint. Joint is a part of your body where 2 bones meet. Okay? So where your lower leg and your upper leg meet, that's a joint. Where your ankle and your lower leg meet, that's another joint. Give yourself a smiley face, fine face, or sad face to show me how you think you did. Well done, boys and girls. Next up, boys and girls, today we're going to be doing our phonics and we're continuing with the oi sound, but today we are doing it in our Over the Moon book, page 64. So open up page 64 in your Over the Moon book now, please. First, you have to ring the pictures that have the oi sound. So this is a balloon. Balloon. Does it have the oi sound? No, so I'll cross it out. Here the kettle is going to boil the water. Boil. Does it have the oi sound? It does, so I'll circle it. Here you have to trace in your oi special friends and match the correct word to the correct picture. So for example, coins. Where's the picture of the coins? Aha, here. So I draw a line to match it. Here you have to look at the picture and figure out the word. This is a coin. This is foil that you wrap your sandwich in. And here the boy will point at the correct answer. And then you sound out each sound in your word. K, oi, n. And remember, your line is showing your special friend. Then at the bottom of the page, I want you to underline or color in your special friends. And then I want you to read your paragraph out loud to somebody at home. Best of luck, boys and girls. First up today, boys and girls, we're going to correct yesterday's phonics. So I want you to open up your Just Phonics on page 77, please. Your first word was cowboy. Cowboy. There's two syllables there. First one was cow and second one was boy. C-O-W-B-O-Y. Next picture was a picture of a joystick. Joy, stick. There's two syllables there. So first one joy, J-O-Y. Second one stick, S-T-I-C-K. Your third picture was a picture of a boy, B-O-Y. Fourth picture was the royal family, R-O-Y-A-L. The mean girl, she will annoy the cat, A-N-N-O-Y. There's two N's in annoy. This girl is delighted. She's jumping for joy, J-O-Y. Here, boys and girls, we have an old toy. Remember in December we were talking about toys past and present. Nowadays we move toys by using batteries, but long ago they didn't have battery toys, so they had strings to pull their toys, or else remember they had the mechanism to wind up the toys. Here the pirate is shouting, ahoy! Ahoy, land ahead. Next up, we have to put the correct word that's missing in each sentence. Number one was, I enjoy playing football. Number two, there is an oyster inside the shell. O-Y-S-T-E-R. And remember, is a special friend as well. The paint will destroy the carpet. D-E-S-T-R-O-Y. If you ever see your family painting, boys and girls, you'll see that they cover all the surfaces with an old fabric first, so not to destroy the carpet or floor. Number four, the royal family live in the palace. R-O-Y-A-L. Number five, the pirate shouted, ahoy! A-H-O-Y. And finally, number six, the parrot was really starting to annoy me. We'd all find it annoying if we were hearing the same thing again and again. After that, boys and girls, you had to complete your dictation sentence. Yesterday it was, the boy had a toy cowboy. So capital T at the beginning of a sentence and T-H-E spells the. The boy, B-O-Y, had, H-A-D, a toy, T-O-Y, Cowboy. Remember, cowboy is one word with two syllables. First syllable is C-O-W, cow. Second syllable is boy, B-O-Y, boy. Sorry, I don't know what happened, my marker there. So cowboy, C-O-W-B-O-Y. And what comes at the end of a sentence, boys and girls? A full stop. So count how many marks you got. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So give yourselves a score out of 8 today. And remember, did you take your smiley face, fine face, or sad face? Next up, boys and girls, you are going to be still using your OY special friend that makes the OI sound, but you're also going to be including OI words that are spelled with the OI special friend that you learned last year. So here you have a crossword. You have to read the clues and write in the answers. The answers are all up here for you, so you just have to make sure you have the correct answer to match the clue, and here you can check that your spelling is correct. So number 1, if I look, it's going down, it's vertical, so it's going down. So number 1, make a voice, cowboy, choice. Oh, here I see choice, ch, oi, s, and this is actually made with the special friend CE today. When I have that done, I cross it out. Here, number 2, it is going across. It's horizontal. It's going left and right. It's across. It's horizontal. Number 2, it is in the bathroom. Which one of these words is in the bathroom? Aha, toilet. T, oi, l, e, t. And cross out when you're done. Remember to write today's date on top of your page, 20.1, and send in a photo on your Class Dojo Learning Portfolio. Okay, boys and girls, we're going to start by correcting yesterday's spellings. So, this was a picture of a pot. So you should have coloured the second word in the list. Tick A if you got that correct. This is a mop. You should have coloured the first word. This is a boy. You should have coloured the third word. This is a cot. It's a type of bed where a baby sleeps. This is the top of the mountain. You should have circled the third word. The poor girl is very hot. You should have circled or coloured the second word. Here the girl can hop. The first word. And this is a picture of a girl, which is G-I-R-L. You should have coloured the second word. Now we're going to move on to our spellings tonight. Your first one, get your super speller fists ready, boys and girls. Lot. I have a lot of toys. Number 2. Pot. I must be careful to put the handle of the pot facing the back wall. What type of a word is pot? It's a noun, so colour it yellow, please. Next word, rot. The food will rot if you leave it out of the fridge. That rot means when something's going off. It's a doing word, so colour it red, please. And then your activity tonight, you have to match your words. So first you must look at the shape of the words that you're trying to match. So here in my first box, I see I have a long letter, 2 small letters, and a tall letter at the end. So first of all, I'm going to count 1, 2, 3, 4. There's only one word with 4 letters, but I'll just double check. The first letter is a long letter, yes. The middle letters are small, yes. And the last letter is tall, yes. Therefore, I know it has to be girl. G-R-L. G-I-R-L. And the I-R is a special friend that's making the R sound. Next, boys and girls in first class, we're going to correct your spelling homework from last night, activity C. So your first word was dark, D-R-K, dark, D-A-R-K. Next, boat, B-O-T, boat, B-O-A-T. Third, blue, B-L-U, blue, B-L-E-W. And this is not the color blue, it's that the wind blew the leaves off the tree. Fourth, drew, D-R-U, D-R-E-W. Fifth, point, P-O-I-N-T, P-O-I-N-T. Just make sure my tall letter is tall. Sixth, float, F-L-O-T, F-L-O-A-T, and the word oat is hidden at the end of float. Next is line, L-I-N, line, and the silent magic E turns the I into the I sound, L-I-N-E. Finally, wind, W-I-N-D, wind, W-I-N-D. The word win is at the beginning of wind. But boys and girls, this can also be the word wind. Remember we were talking about old style toys? So we had the pulley toys that you pulled with a string to move, but you also had the wind up toys like your Jack in the Box. So this word can be wind or else it can be wind. Now we're going to go to our spellings for tonight. Tonight we're focusing on the oi, oi, oi special friend that is spelt with the O-I sound. Speller fists ready, boys and girls? Let's go together. B-O-I-L, boil. The water is boiling, bubbling up. Do the bubbling action with your fingers. What type of word is boil? It's a doing word, so colour it red. The word oil is also hidden in boil. Next, oil, soil. Soil is the earth in the ground where you plant seeds and plants. It is a thing, so it's a noun. Colour it yellow, please. You'll also see the word oil at the end of soil too. Next, noise. I hear a loud noise. What type of a word is noise? It's a thing, so colour it yellow please, because it's a noun. Finally, point. Point. Point at the TV, boys and girls. Point at the light. Point at the copy. Point at your pencil. What type of word is point? It's a doing word. It's a verb, so colour it red, please. Then, boys and girls, you're going to move on to activity D tonight. You have to read the clues and write the answers. Remember, your answers will be words from your spelling list. Stay on top of water. That means, remember when you're on holidays, you might be on your lilo, you float. 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 Okay, boys and girls, best of luck. Now, boys and girls, it's time for our mini oral language lesson. Today, you're going to be learning the definition of the word view. View is a doing word, so it's a verb. To view something means to go and see something. For example, Callum's parents went to view a house that was for sale. View is also a noun because it's a thing. It means an area that can be seen. Another example is Callum had a nice view from his bedroom window. Have you ever sent a postcard to somebody when you're on holidays and it's a picture of a nice view? Or have you ever climbed to the top of a mountain or a hill to view down on the nice surroundings? Now I want you to go and tell your parents the definition of view in your own words. Now time for our Irish lesson, boys and girls. This week we are going to be learning 2 new special words. Gá focal nua speisialta. We are learning bhí, which means was, and the preposition which means on. You are going to play 2 games just like last week to practice reading these new special words. Click this link to practice reading the word V, and click this link to practice reading the word air. Shomra Lapa. An seachtain Shikata, bhí níamh sa Shomra Lapa. Cá raibh níamh? Bhí níamh sa Shomra Lapa. Anois, take dí an Shomra Lapa agus feig leabhar, crayon agus teddy. Cuir leabhar, crayon agus teddy an gcathaoir. Anois, buacaillí agus cailíní, cuir míad na folklór nua in ábhartaí le na focal speisialta. Repeat after me. Bhí leabhar an gcathaoir. Bhí leabhar an gcathaoir. Bhí criann an gcathaoir. Bhí criann an gcathaoir. Bhí Teddy an gcathaoir. Bhí Teddy an gcathaoir. Uair amháin eile. Bhí leabhar an gcathaoir. Your turn. Uimhir dó. Bhí criann an gcathaoir. Your turn. Uimhir trí. Bhí Teddy an gcathaoir. Your turn. Now, boys and girls, around a hain, we're going to leg nabertí. Uimhir a hain. Bhí leabhar an gcathaoir. Your turn. Uimhir dó. Bhí criann an gcathaoir. Uimhir trí. Bhí Teddy an gcathaoir. Now it's time for our science lesson, boys and girls. You are going to be using the same materials that you used on Monday and Tuesday. On Monday, you sorted material into sets of hard or soft. Yesterday, you sorted materials into sets of flexible or rigid. And today, you're going to be sorting materials into sets of rough or smooth. You can investigate these different materials by rubbing your fingers on the material. Take your time rubbing your fingers slowly along the material. If it feels flat, it is smooth. If it feels bumpy or uneven, it is rough. Click on this link to watch a video showing you more about rough and smooth materials. Remember to upload a photo, or you can upload a video explaining your investigation either. Can't wait to see your hands-on investigations, boys and girls. Nearly time for your movement break again today, boys and girls, but first of all we're going to go back over counting up in twos a little bit quicker today. So we start with 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 16, 18, 20, 22, 24, 26, 28, and 30. Now remember, boys and girls, we said yesterday that any number that you can count up to twos in and that the number can be split into two groups evenly without leaving anything left over is called an even number. So I'm colouring in all our even numbers here yellow. While I'm doing that, I want you to have a little think and examine these numbers closely. What do you notice? Do you see any pattern? Tell your parent any pattern that you spot now. Here, boys and girls, did you notice we have 2, 12, 22? The number 2 is in all of these numbers. 4, 14, 24. The number 4 is in all of these numbers. 6, 16, 26. The number 6 is in all of these numbers. 8, 18, 28. The number 8 is in all of these numbers. And 10, 20, 30. The number 0 is in all of these numbers. To help us understand these patterns a bit more clearly, I'm going to write my TU on the top of my numbers. Remember, T stands for tens and U stands for units. In my numbers, when I have two digits, 1, 2, one is a 10 and another is a unit. If you notice here, all my units are ending with 2. All my units here are 4. All my units in this column are 6. All my units in this column are 8. All my units in this column are 0. So, boys and girls, this leaves you in on a little secret clue. If a number ends in the digit 0, 2, 4, 6, or 8, well then that number is an even number. So I'll say that one more time. If a number ends in the digit 0, 2, 4, 6, or 8, then it's an even number. Every number in the whole wide world, if it ends with 0, 2, 4, 6, or 8, it's an even number. They are great. Let's say this little rhyme together. 0, 2, 4, 6, 8, even numbers, they are great. Say it one more time with me. 0, 2, 4, 6, 8, even numbers, they are great. One last time, a little louder. 0, 2, 4, 6, 8, even numbers, they are great. So now, boys and girls, anytime in the whole wide world you see a maths question and it asks you if this number is even or odd, you can tell straight away if the number is even, it will end in the digit 0, 2, 4, 6, or 8. Now, boys and girls, it's time for our hands-on maths investigation. Today you're going to be investigating the same 3D shapes that you investigated on Monday and Tuesday. On Monday you investigated their faces. Yesterday you investigated their corners or vertices. Today you are going to be exploring their edges. Edges are the lines of a 3D shape. So if you see here, this is a cylinder. It has it has 3 faces, 2 flat faces and 1 curved. All the flat faces of a 3D shape have a line. So on my cylinder, I have 1, 2 edges. Another clue here as well, boys and girls, a sphere has 0 edges. Click the link to watch these 2 videos to help you understand more about the edges of cube, cuboids, cylinder and spheres. Remember to send a photo or a video of your exploration on your Class Dojo learning portfolio. Next up, boys and girls, it is time for your mental maths lesson. So you are doing Wednesday today, week 16. Question number 1. 6 plus what equals 6? Number 2. 6 plus what equals 11? Number 3. 6 plus what equals 7? Number 4. 6 plus what equals 10? Number 5. 6 plus what equals 8? Number 6. I want you to color half of this triangle. Number 7. There are months in a year. Number 9. 17 equals plus 10. Remember, you know what your answer is. You know how many you have, so you have to count from what you have and stop where you want to get to. Number 9. Tick the shortest pencil. Number 10. 11 take 5 equals. Number 11. There are more butterflies than birds. So count how many butterflies, count how many birds, and figure out how many more butterflies. Number 12. There are less birds than butterflies. This is just like what we do when we have our cubes. And remember, we make 2 rows of our cubes and we figure out the difference. Number 13. What shape is this? It's a cube. You should know this from Monday. How many faces? And number 14, easy peasy counting in tens, 30, 40, 60, 70, Number 15, the ice cream costs 30 cents. How much more do you need? You have 10 cent and 10 cent. So figure that out now. Okay, boys and girls. Number 1. 6 plus 0 equals 6. 6 plus 5 equals 11. 6 plus 1 equals 7. 6 plus 4 equals 10. 6 plus 2 equals 8. Here I'll colour half of the triangle. You could have coloured the left or the right hand side as long as you only coloured once, one of them. And did you notice when you coloured this triangle in half, you actually made 2 triangles, 1, 2. There are how many months in a year? You should know this. You have your months of the year song. There are 12. What do you add to 10 to make it 17? 7. The first pencil is the shortest one. And number 10, 11 take away 5 is 6. Here, boys and girls, I'm going to use my rough work to help you figure this out because it's very, very like what we used to do with our cubes. So here I'm going to color code. I'm going to have my butterflies as red, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And I'm going to have my birds as blue, 1, 2, 3. So down below in my rough work, I'm going to color a square red for a butterfly and a square blue for a bird. So I had 5 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 butterflies. And I had 3 birds. 1, 2, 3. Do you see how I've arranged them to look like our towers that we make with our cubes to figure out the difference? You also did this with your different fruit when we were doing our fruit bowls and counting the difference with that in our Ashter activities. So here are my butterflies and here are my birds. Can you see the difference? They both have 1, they both have 2, they both have 3. They don't both have 4, so I'll draw my line here. Whatever is on the right side of my line is the difference. So here, this will help me answer question 11. There are more butterflies than birds. There are 2 more butterflies than birds. Number 12, there are less birds than butterflies. Well, it's the exact same. There are 2 less birds than butterflies. Number 13, there are 6 faces in a cube. Number 14, the missing numbers were 50 and 80. Here, 10 and 10 makes 20. How many more to get to 30? Well, 10 cents more. Give yourself a sad face, fine face, or happy face, and a score out of 15 now, please. Well done, boys and girls. Now it's time for your SPHE lesson. Today, you are going to be exploring rules that are in your bedroom that help keep us safe. Remember, it's your own responsibility to take charge of your personal safety at home. I want you to go to your bedroom and identify 2 ways in which an accident could happen, and think of 2 ways you could avoid this accident. If you look at the picture here, there are plenty of examples. Here, the window is wide open without any barrier to stop you from falling out. So, how could you avoid this? Well, you could avoid this by locking the window so that it's only slightly open when you are playing in the room. Here you can see the skateboard that is just thrown in the middle of the floor. You could easily trip over it. The way you could avoid this accident is by hanging it up on the wall or leaning it against the wall. Senior infants, your job today is to go to your room and write 1 rule to help people avoid one of the accidents you've figured out. And first class, I want you to write 2 rules to help you stay safe and avoid accidents in your bedroom. Lots of sensible safety tips have been sent in to me so far, boys and girls, so well done. Finally, boys and girls, it's time to sit back, relax, and listen to your story of the week, Estate Agent to the Rescue, written by Carol Fallon and illustrated by Anya Lynch. Well done today.